Okay, we've kept this secret long enough. It's time to spill.
New direction, new adventures, possibly a new hammock.
And yes, we're still bringing the mics.
I hope the listeners are ready.
Honestly, we're barely ready. Hello and welcome to Adulthood as a Project, the show where two sisters discuss lessons learned and growth earned through the realities of life. I'm Charlie, and you all know my sister Casey, and we are your hosts.
In today's episode, we're going to be discussing big changes coming up. We're going to discuss the ins and outs of things that you get to look forward to because of the choices that we've been making. Let's get started.
Changes.
I was totally going to sing the same song.
I like that song's been stuck in my head thinking about doing this episode, so
Yes. I think
I love it.
And listeners, we are kind of it's a little bit of a different format this week because we're not going to have our quiz, just because this is really kind of more of an announcement episode than it is discussing our life lessons episode. It's a little different today.
Yeah.
So
we'll be back with the quizzes for you next week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's not going to let me off the hook.
Yes, we will. Not after that last one. I struggled with throwing TikTok trends at me and shit, man. I don't.
Oh, man. But you did so good at it, honestly.
I liked where we were going with it, so I was like, oh, okay, I got this. So I need to get so much more creative in mine. Not the point of the story, though, but
not the point.
Anyway,
what's going to change?
Not the point of this episode. Yeah. Get your shit together. So I say do you want to start with our biggest announcement first?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, do you want to say it or do you want me to?
Go ahead.
All right.
I'll let you.
Audience, we are moving to Texas. And we have decided that I should have. Yeah. Cheers. We are super, super stoked about this. So, as you know, if you've been following us for a while, you know that the Flower Child was going to start an RV journey, which led to a room opening up in Casey's RV. And
it did.
Based on our life and what has happened in this past, 8 months for us, it just was, we felt like it was just a no-brainer of why not try this.
It felt.
So we were gonna.
I do kind of want to just share where I'm like, it kind of fell into where, as you all know, Charlie's day job had closed in March, and then my contract did not get renewed for this year. And so in the middle of the summer, I started saying, or it wasn't even in the middle of the summer, I think it was maybe in May or June.
April. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe.
And where I started saying, I really think I might try this work camping thing. Like, I've talked about it and ever since forever, and bought the travel trailer 3 years ago and remained stationary. And I was like, the Flower Child's going to start her epic journey, and maybe I should too. And then when Charlie went on her big cross-country trip, she got home and she was saying, yeah, I feel like it's time for a change. So we said, well, let's give this a try. We'll see what happens.
Someone, I was talking to a friend of ours, earlier today, actually, and she was girl, you got to tell me like what spurred this on. And I said, because we share the truth with you guys, I'm going to share it with you as well. I said, I had my first hot flash and it led to an existential crisis of what the hell am I doing with my life right now? And I called Casey. I'm like, dude, like, you really
Yeah,
thinking about that? She goes, I was dead serious. I said, for real? She goes, yeah, are you serious right now? I said, I think I might be. So we just said,
yeah.
screw it, let's see what happens. So what we're what we do is it's called work camping.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we can try to explain it to you, but obviously we've never done it before. So we're going to learn as we go.
Right,
So, but the idea is that we put in, you kind of trade hours of work at the campground for like an RV spot.
right.
And
For your
you
boat
know, from
hookups.
our understanding of it, we can be doing anything from, I don't, checking people in maybe to mowing the lawn.
Maintenance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, Charlie's
So
gonna do the manual labor part.
I
That
am.
ain't this
Duh.
girl's cup of tea.
Casey's like, I'll bake you guys some cookies. I'm like, I don't think that's what they meant for us doing.
So yeah, we start there. We report to our first place in September, the beginning of September. So September 5th, we're supposed to be there. And
Next week, dude. It'll be next week. Can you believe
I
that?
know, I know, we'll be there. And Charlie is in the process of trying to downsize, and get ready to move into a tiny little space where she's not gonna have her privacy.
I or my alone time that I require so much. I like I am I'm taking a 3-bedroom home and I'm just gonna call you out. It was the other day when I called you and I said something about the bed because I didn't know. I didn't ask questions, guys. Okay. I'm like, yeah, let's just do this. Screw it. And I'm like, so like I could bring my sheets or something. And I said, well, how big is that bed? Is it like it's queen size? Mind
And
you,
I
I have
said,
a king size bed. I have a king size bed. So I mentally was like, I know I'm gonna have to downsize my bed. So I bet it's a queen in there. But what'd you tell me it was, Casey?
I said, it's a nice twin.
You guys. I don't think all my pillows will fit on a twin size bed, dude.
Well, honestly though, what I've been working on, so we both been working on different things, right? Like obviously Charlie's been working on getting her place downsized, right? She's and getting her house rented out and things like that, right?
Yeah, and like my goal is to rent it furnished so I don't have to move all the big shit out.
Right.
But
On the
Casey's
other
had to do
hand,
some work too.
I'm doing work, and my big work is the fact that guess what? The flower child has cats. And
Ooh.
they're disgusting, right? But what are you going to do about it? They're here. And so I've had to decat the trailer. And so in doing so, pulling furniture out, pulling carpet out, and in the flower child's room, which is now going to be Charlie's room, uh, there's some
Yeah.
there's some different designs that we could do. The flower child and I have both looked at it and kind of came up with different thoughts and ideas, but I also want to kind of leave it open to Charlie because it's gonna be her room, right? So like, what does she want to do? So as much as I've been working on getting things ready and comfortable for her, it's also a matter of, well, I want her to have the option. And I told her, I think if I get out the measuring tape, there's a way that we could do a full size mattress in there. But again, we gotta wait and stop and look and see exactly how you want to do the whole layout in that room. So
Right. Yeah.
some of that has to wait. So you'll also, yeah, we're gonna be doing some RV remodeling when we get together.
Yeah, it is nonstop fun in our lives, guys. Nonstop fun. Well, it was, part of it. It wasn't just this podcast, but everything we work on, we have to collaborate with each other. And,
Yes.
it was, maybe that first or second week in July, within like 3 days, we'd been on the phone with each other for 8 hours at some
Oh
point.
my
Like not all consecutively, but every single day we were talking for 3, 4 hours, 3, 4 hours. And I'm like, by the end of the week, I'm like, I think we were on the phone for like 8 hours in 3 days because we
Yeah.
need to talk about stuff. It's fine. Our phones work, but we're like, how much easier is this going to be in person?
Yeah.
Because I think it
Exactly.
was the
And
very following week when we started solidifying everything.
I think so.
Yeah.
And so yeah, so we'll be in Texas. Our gig there is for 6 months. So we're pretty excited about that. And
We have a niece that's really excited about it.
we do.
And we do. And two of my best friends are going to be really close to us now too. So they're pretty stoked as well.
Yes.
So it just worked out. It's working out.
Yeah. And so while we're going on these little adventures, we're going to, because we don't have enough on our plates with the podcast, we're going to start a blog.
And that's with a V. People are like, every time I say it out loud, they're like, "What are you saying?" So I'm like, a vlog with a V,
Yeah,
not a blog, a video log.
video log. Yes, blog. Just about our epic adventures.
And that so and once we get everything set up with that, we will obviously give you guys all the information if you want to follow
Yes.
those things. It'll be separate from this podcast though. So the podcast will continue in the same style and format. We'll just be in the same room, and I might not have to ask her to tell me. I won't have to say what 20 times an episode. What? I didn't hear you.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, and then we're gonna start a vlog for
Yes.
our RV adventure,
So that,
and
yeah, that
then
should be
we, well, and we're not done. But wait, there's more.
fun.
We are gonna put a website together, so you can
Yes.
come find everything in one place, like one
Yes.
set place that you can find that you'll be able to click onto the vlog. You'll be able to get all the podcast information. Eventually, we gotta, maybe get some koozies on there for sale or something.
Yeah. Yes. So we'll have the website up, and we are, because, okay, the next thing that we have coming up is, obviously, if you listen to us, you know that we are all about, growing through like personal growth and life lessons. And everybody should be super aware of how much Charlie loves self-help books by this point.
I do.
And so, we were having a discussion about, the point of this whole podcast is to help you guys feel like you're not alone, like we're living this together, we're doing this together, and how can we help you? And so, in more thinking through that, we have decided to put together some instruction manuals, adulthood instruction manuals.
Yes.
So we have several of them almost ready, and so we'll have those ready to sell. They'll be available for purchase, but they go along. Not all of our episodes get them, because I mean, obviously we think you guys know how to make a playlist or
Pick
whatever.
your own favorite movies.
Yeah, but we're gonna do some for our episodes. More along the lines of finances and communication, and so they're gonna be workbooks that hopefully bring to you, a little bit of our humor along with a lot of usefulness, and you can feel like, more part of the community with us in the sense of
Yeah, for sure. And help guide you through some of those
doing the
big
work.
things that
Yeah,
sometimes just seem a little, some of it's just scary, you know?
they can be scary.
So
Yes.
it can be scary. So hopefully the workbooks, like you said, will kind of bring our sense of style into it, our humor with some stuff, but also help with some of the stuff we just go through in a daily life. And I, as much as I want to take any credit, I really, these workbooks are more a labor of love from Casey's side of things than anything. And I do a bunch of the, on that back end, I kind of like, oh, I see this, or let's change that. So she's definitely the brains behind all of that. So I don't want to take that away from you, sister, because you've been working really hard on these. So
Yeah. Well, and
yeah,
that's part of the other reason why we have to live together, because I can't get her to work not together.
can't be cracking the whip when you're not close enough. I'm all, oh,
And
you
there,
still slaving away over there? She's like, yeah. I'm like, that's cool. I'm going to bed.
yeah. So,
Oh man.
gosh.
So, and that is so. Yeah, we just had all this. It's been going on. I just for my life, I just recently, I think a few weeks or so back now, probably just towards the end of July, really finally started saying something to everyone, because everyone's like, "Oh, you've been planning this." I'm like, honestly, like I said, I think it was that first week in July. I got that hot flash. I had a crisis meltdown moment. I call Casey. We start hammering some stuff out in the very next week. And I don't know if you want to share the one decision that we waited on for you or not.
So, again, we'll go into the fact that, I'm I'm a Christian, so I said, "Listen, man, I've been praying about this, and I really just got to make sure I'm making the right choice." And so I had applied to a teaching job here, like the only teaching job that really even kind of struck my interest. And I said, "I'm gonna apply to this and see what happens, see what shakes." And I ended up, after I applied, I got the interview. And so I just prayed. I prayed on it and I said, "Listen, if I'm supposed to be staying here and teaching, then, make sure this door is open for me. And if it's not what I'm supposed to be doing, then shut the door and open up the door for our work camping." And so went to the interview, and I remember I called Charlie after the interview and I was like, "I don't know, I feel like it went pretty good. I think they liked me." And I was almost sad about it because I thought,
I, I was too. I was like, damn, are we not doing this? This sounded pretty fun, dude.
yeah, I was getting a little sad because I thought, well, I don't know. I think they're gonna hire me. Like, I think they liked me, and they didn't like me that much. It turns out.
It turned out they did not like you at all. You're like, I think I
so
nailed it. I'm like, damn it.
so
They're like, no,
they
you didn't,
called me. They
actually.
called me at the end of that week and had said, we're going forward with a different candidate. And I was like, awesome. So called Charlie and said, "Hey, I didn't get the job, so let's get a resume put together for our work
And
camping."
I, I think you said I didn't get the job, and I'm like, sweet. And I think that's that's when we both knew like this is our true feeling. Like the true feeling deep down was
Yes,
we want to do this work camping and try it
yes,
out.
yes.
So yeah,
And
it was
so,
we're like let's do this. So yeah, we put that resume together.
yeah, and the
We it
resume,
looked
now again, because
I
we're
could do that part.
she did do that part, and the resume for a work camping is a little different, right? Because you have to include pictures of yourself, you have to include pictures of your trailer, and then you kind of have to tell them more about who you are, right? They don't care. I mean, it's not that they don't care about what skills you have. They do care about that, but they care about who you are and what you're bringing. They kind of want to know more about your personality. And so your work camper
Yeah,
resume looks a little different than like a regular resume, I would tell people.
it does.
And
And like I said, like we made it as like, well, a couple. I mean, I don't
that's
know
it.
what else word to use. Like it was both of us in one page.
It is, yes.
Like it even mattered, but I remember, I don't even think I said it to you, but I remember thinking like, I want to make it clear we're sisters.
Yeah. And some places they hire couples or they'll hire solos, right? And so we're not a solo, we're a team.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we did make sure we made it clear that we were sisters. And
I'm like, well, what if the campground manager is really hot, dude? I don't want to give him the wrong impression that I'm not available with a twin
well, I
bed.
think I don't think you're gonna have a problem with her.
It is a girl. That's true this time. We didn't know who was going to hire.
Oh goodness.
Good point.
But
Good point.
so we fired out a few resumes, and we got word back. I feel like we got word back pretty quick from this place. Within a
Yeah.
week, right?
Yeah, we did.
So within a week,
And
she
then,
she had come back and said, "Hey, are you still interested?" And we're like, "Yeah." And it was so funny because, and here goes Charlie and I's communication and how she's like, I still don't even. She's like, I don't even see where you saw this job posting. And I'm telling her, and because the lady's asking us, when can we be there? And she's like, well, you're gonna have to tell her, like, I mean, what day do they want us there? And I'm like, dude, they wanted somebody in June. So what we're gonna tell her is they're in September. And Charlie's like, I wouldn't even applied for that job. I was like, well, I did. It was still on the board. Differences. But
those communication styles, like my female side of everything wants to like break it all down. And
yeah,
I think
I just
even to
straight go
reply,
for it.
you are. And I have to keep that in mind when we were going to write that reply. Of, I'm like, and then I'd say this, and then let them know this, and then this. And you're like, we don't need to say all that. We just need to say yes, and we can be there this day. I'm like, really? You sure that's all they want to know? You're like, I'm positive. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh gosh. So anyway, so yeah, we got that job offer pretty much within that week of us applying, and the place looks awesome. We're excited about. I mean, I feel like we can say where we're gonna be.
Yeah, I don't feel like we couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
it's called Lake Buchanan RV Resort it's in Texas, and the place looks beautiful. Looks really relaxing. I'm excited.
it really, oh man, it really does. Honestly, looks gorgeous. So, people are like, why'd you choose Texas? Well, the weather's gonna be better for the winter time.
Hmm.
So we got a niece and nephew who are now gonna be 3 hours away from us, so that's gonna be fun
Yeah. Yeah.
to hang out. And
So
then like two of my best friends are really close to us too, so that's really fun for me. Um, and yeah, just I don't know, it's we're stoked about it for real. It's just gonna be, as like from my side of things, is I just believe in the universe, and I just every time I was turning around, it was the universe just saying that this is the right move. This is the right move. This is the right move.
yeah.
So even just, gosh, silly little story, but just the other day, I was working on stuff around the house, making my piles and decluttering and, getting rid of stuff. And I sit down on the couch and I was going to dick around on my reels for a minute because I couldn't keep my mind focused. And I no longer sit on the couch. Then we get an email from the lady just being like, hey, just double checking with you guys. We're all set for this date. And I'm like, yeah, universe, I hear you. Get up and keep moving. I got you. Like, I'm moving still. So,
Yeah.
but it's, just funny little signs we just keep getting and just steering us in the right direction.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know if any of you are into RV travel vlogs at all, but I gotta be honest, I'm not that impressed or entertained by the RV vlogs that I've watched. And
Right. Yeah. I've only watched a couple and I'm like, these suck.
yeah, so we're
They,
gonna bring
they
some
don't all
entertainment.
suck. Yeah.
Bring the entertainment to you.
They're not ready for the Houston sisters.
But sister, I gotta ask you, like, I mean, are there questions that you're getting a lot? Like, are you getting certain questions a lot that?
No, like I said, that biggest one was like, why did you guys choose Texas? It was kind of close for both of us to start out. We have family and friends there.
Yeah.
We're just starting this journey, so it's not crazy. We're not trying to go to New York or something stupid. Far away,
Yeah.
we want to be in a vicinity that we're like kind of slightly familiar with, know people. So that was a big one I got. And then on my end is most people are just, what are you doing with your home? And
Mm-hmm.
so it's, I'm renting it out, go rent it out furnished, and basically, anything I can fit in my car is what's going with me,
Right.
and everything else is gonna have to get packed up. When I came back from that road trip, I just realized like I just don't feel like Arizona was holding anything for me anymore. So I've had people kind of asking about that, like, aren't you gonna miss it here? I'm like, of course I'll miss it, and I'll miss my friends. Like, I really am going to miss them.
Oh yeah.
It's just I'm just ready for something new. I'm ready for that change in my life. And then the other question that I was getting the most of is, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, we don't, until we get there and talk to them, like we don't actually know. So we're pretty sure it's going to be stuff like you said, like cleaning the cabins, maybe mowing the lawn, maybe having to do laundry, stuff like we don't 100% know until we get in there and do it. So
Right. Right.
yeah. What about you?
Yeah.
What kind of questions have you been getting about it? I mean, from all two of your friends that you have.
Yeah, my two friends. uh, well, my one friend said, "Why isn't it Florida?" And I said,
Oh yeah.
"Well, maybe next season." So the question I get a lot, and this is only if you're actually aware of my setup and things, you would be aware of the fact that I do not have a vehicle that can tow my trailer. So people want to know,
Oh
how are you moving the trailer? And the answer is,
yeah.
I'm hiring somebody to tow the trailer down for me. And that's a situation where, so, there are companies that you can hire to do that. I mean, if I didn't have another vehicle to drive, I probably could just like rent a U-Haul truck and tow it myself. But I have another vehicle that I'm driving, so that's not happening. And so right now the plan is actually, old Dollface. His dad's gonna help me out with towing the trailer down.
Could come in handy.
Yeah,
Glad the flower
yeah.
child met him.
I know. I'm glad the flower child is dating, for the purpose of all of us to use him.
Yeah.
No,
This is working out well.
so funny. No, so that's the plan right now, and then I think the other thing I do get asked a lot is, what about what about Big J?
Actually, people
'Cause
ask me that for you as well.
yeah,
Like, what's she doing? I'm like, long distance.
Yeah. So if you, yeah, so I am in a relationship, and you know, he's one of the first people that's like, yeah, babe, go for it. You have one life, so go do it. He, I would tell you, like, I feel like as a couple, we are maybe a little more unconventional than others in the fact that
That'd be a good word for it. Sure.
well, I mean, I'm just, listen, not everybody, I feel like couples
No,
think they have to be together all the time.
right.
And him and
I
I,
mean, like the movie thing you were saying the other day, you're like, oh no, why do I care? Go watch it. You have your time.
yeah,
And I've been like, that's one we actually want to see together. Go see something else on your own time. Like, so
yeah,
yeah, I mean, just something that
I think,
simple, but yeah,
yeah. So we're both very much, I mean, we respect the fact that we're individuals. Like, we have individual goals. And obviously, dating wise, it's more helpful and ideal if we're living in the same state. But at the same time, whenever we both have these individual goals. And
yeah.
his goal is not to go be a work camper. That's not his goal. So,
Hey, we can make room for him in there. You're the one that have to share your space on that one. I still get my own room.
yeah.
I think he'd go insane living with both of us.
He would not. He would. Woo! That would probably be the end of that relationship real quick.
Yeah.
So,
For real.
we're just, I mean, we're gonna work things out. Where, I mean, honestly, where we're gonna be at, it's about 7.5 hours from me right now. He can come visit, I can come visit. Obviously, we're not gonna be seeing each other as often as we would like, but we'll work that out. And he's supportive, right? He's like, go do your thing,
Yeah.
go. He's encouraging of it, so
Which is the absolute biggest part of it is because you want to be with someone who is supportive of your dreams, no matter what
right,
they look like. So
yeah,
I'm like, that's the important part for sure.
yeah.
I think the other, get a lot of people, I want to come visit you. I'm like, okay, you got 6 months, figure it out. I don't know. Like, let's do it.
That's the other thing I've been asked a lot is, so with this particular job that we're going to be on is 6 months. And the way work camping works is they do go by seasons, right? So they go spring, summer, fall, and winter. And a lot of places will only hire you for one season. So you're in for the summer season, or you're in for the fall season, or whatever. And
Yeah.
some places, though, do want you on for more than one season. So when you're looking at work camping, you could get a 3 month gig, you could get a 6 month gig, you could get a 2 month gig.
Yeah.
And
Depending on the area of the place.
yeah, so this place, we just happen to get a 6 month gig, which is nice because, especially with just first starting out, I think it'll be nice to have 6 months at one
Oh, yeah,
place.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
And so,
and I was gonna say, especially the 6 months, because it's gonna take a minute to like get in our groove in the first place.
yes.
Of just us living together, like you said, like kind of getting my room organized. On top of, like we said, like we don't have enough going on, but we have found that we really love sharing our lives with our listeners, and we're like, let's start a vlog too and do a little bit more. And so we got a lot going on. So until we can get a little groove going, those first few months are just gonna be wild. And right after we move, I think we're there 2 weeks, and I have to turn around and fly back to Phoenix for a wedding.
Yeah,
So I'm like, well, but it just is what it is. And so I think those first couple months are gonna be wild anyway. So I'm glad we got the 6 months to get a groove going in that.
I agree. Yeah. And some places, even like they might hire you for 6 months and then say, hey, we really enjoyed having you here, stay on or whatever. And we, honestly, I would tell you, like, we don't know what it looks like past the 6 months for us right now.
Right.
We, so
We
we
got
have
some
6 months.
ideas.
We have some ideas. But right now, we for sure have 6 months in Texas.
Right now, we got a 6-month plan, guys. I
Success.
think, yeah. I think too, it's, I was kind of surprised in my life with people that knew me. I was thinking I was going to get a lot more of a, what? What are you doing? That's crazy. And I've gotten the complete opposite response of everyone being like, oh yeah, I see that for you. I knew you were going to be doing something. I couldn't figure out what it would be, but I knew you weren't. It was just people were like, I could feel it. Like I knew you weren't going to stay here, or I knew you were going to do something big, or I knew you were going to keep rolling. A buddy actually told me the other day, he's like, you know what? They'll say at your funeral. I'm like, God only knows, man. Who knows? But he goes, that you lived life. He goes, you just go take chances. I
Yeah.
said, yeah, I kind of do. Because, you know, that thought in me sticks with, well, what if I don't try it?
Gotta try it.
So I definitely, yeah, I think on my end, it was more of a lot of people just being like, I knew you were up to something. I didn't know what it was yet. Kind of like, can't wait to hear. That sounds right up your alley.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
and I was thinking, I thought too about someone had made a comment about why wait till you retire to live that life?
right.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, that's my goal when I retired. It was one of my goals when I'm like, oh yeah, it'd be so fun to travel in an RV when we retire.
We've
And
said that before, yeah.
it was, yeah. And it kind of hit the point where I was like, well, why wait? If we can
Yeah.
figure out how to do it now, what's the point in waiting?
Let's do it.
So, yeah,
Good. Exciting
for
stuff.
sure.
Lots of exciting things
Yeah,
coming.
very much so. So we were super stoked to share it with you guys. We got a lot of just all kinds of stuff in the works right now, and we will obviously keep you informed of it all. And we love sharing this journey with you guys. So we're going to keep you knowing what's going
Yes.
on there. So would say, even though we went a little off track, and like we said, next week we'll be back to normal format. Um, I will say our lesson learned and growth earned on this one, guys, is chase the dream and see where it leads you. We are both so excited that we get to share this journey with you, our dedicated listeners, and we can't wait to continue and see where the road leads.
I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot to wish you a happy birthday on this episode.
Oh, thanks, sister. Oh, yeah, it is. Thank you. It's tomorrow.
Speaking of big
Yay.
changes.
Right. No, 40. I'm halfway through my 40s now, guys, or I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, exciting
But
times. Thank you.
all right. So we're gonna say happy birthday, and in our next episode, we're gonna talk about. We'll explore using excuses. You're gonna get our hot take on it. Thanks for listening. Until next time, go out there and be your favorite self.
And if you enjoy what you hear, be sure to leave a review. That way it'll help others find us. And make sure you're liking and following on your favorite listening platform to catch all our future episodes.